and see you there. So you want to learn how to serve? Well, don't worry, you've come to the right place. Hi, I'm Emily Bailing, tennis instructor at Lake Country Racquet Athletic Club and tennis addict for 11 years. After today, you'll be on your way to serving like a pro. So let's serve up some fun. Tennis originated in northern France in the 12th century. The first matches were played with the palm of one's hand instead of a racket. It wasn't until the 16th century that rackets were used and the game became known as tennis. Tennis was enjoyed by mostly royalty and the upper class. King Henry VIII enjoyed the game and was one of its first big fans. Today, tennis is a worldwide sport enjoyed by people of all ages, races, and nationalities. But what makes the game so popular? Tennis is a game played between 2 to 4 people on what is known as a court. Players compete in a 6-game set and must usually win 2 out of 3 sets to win the match. Each game is made up of 4 points that go out by the order of 15, 30, 40 game. To start a game, a player must serve into the diagonal service box. He or she must start behind the baseline and has 2 attempts to land a serve inside the service box. Serving is undoubtedly the hardest aspect of tennis. It requires coordination, timing, and balance. However, an effective serve can be devastating during a match and is the easiest way to win free points. Here are the steps to a strong serving foundation. Before you serve, get in position behind the baseline. Point your shoulder and your hip towards your target, which should be the diagonal service box across the net. To find the right grip you're using, reach down and pick your racket up off the court. This is the grip you want to use. It's known as the continental grip or the shaking hands grip because it's as if you're shaking hands with the racket. To start the serve, hold the ball and racket out in front of you and place the ball on the strings of your racket. Bring your racket back as if cutting off your toes. Keeping your other arm straight, toss the ball slightly in front of you. To gauge how high your toss should be, hold your racket high above your head and toss the ball. The ball should be the same height as the tip of the racket, and this point is known as the apex or the highest point. The toss is the hardest and most important part of the serve. If you don't have a good toss, you'll never make solid contact with the ball. Bring your racket head behind you and bend your elbow at a 90-degree angle. Position your racket as if scratching your back. Bend your knees to help project the racket head upward towards the ball. Bring the racket head upward towards the ball with as much power as you can control. As you make contact, your shoulders should rotate as if throwing a ball, and you will finish over your opposite hip. When you put all these steps together, you should have one fluid motion. This is how your serve should look. Tennis is one of the only sports that has great benefits physically, mentally, and emotionally. Tennis is truly a lifetime sport, so it's never too late to learn how to play. Just remember, your game can only be as good as the racket you use. If you're whiffing, missing, or shrinking the ball, it's not you, it's the racket. That's why I switched to the Wilson 100 Juice BLX. But I'm not the only one. After Victoria Azarenka switched to the Juice, she won the Australian Open and became the #1 player in the world. The racket uses Amplifeel 360 to boost power and control up to 33% without the harsh impact during contact. The Juice is very light and maneuverable at just 11.6 ounces, yet you are able to generate more power because of the open string pattern and thick frame. If it's good enough for Victoria Azarenka, it's good enough for any player. The racket still uses BLX technology, and gold fibers from volcanic rock are integrated into the frame to diminish the vibrations of the racket. To improve the technology, the same concept is transferred into the grip to improve connection when you hit the ball. If you want this racket, then call 1-800-GET-JUICE now. And if you call within the next 10 minutes, we'll double your offer, absolutely free. Call now while supplies last and get your juice today.